Yeah, it's actually good you picked up on it that way. Because let's keep it real. That's exactly what it was. I get now why it felt like bullying to you. Because that's what it was. Maybe she didn't plan for it to come off that way. But when she made that move, that's exactly how it landed. No debate. No excuse. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. You already know who we're here to talk about today. Tiffany, Miss Super Mayor herself. The one who always manages to turn a stage into a circus. Tiffany loves throwing these little look-at-me events, trying to convince folks she's a star. But here's the kicker. Nobody shows up. Even when she books real celebrities for her so-called Taste of Thornton, guess how many people actually came? 7. Yep, just 7. And these weren't even random neighbors. They were hand-picked. That was her big vibe. So when she hyped it up like it was going to be the event of the year, pure delusion. Like someone already stuffed full of the buffet, but still running back for another plate. That's Tiffany. Her appetite for attention is bigger than anything she can deliver. In her head, she's adored. She thought another big win was in the bag. But what happened? She got absolutely washed. A landslide. Her reality and the actual reality? 2 different universes. Now, let's talk about her latest stunt. There's a guy in town, Darren Bosley, who runs one of the most popular car shows in the area. Year after year, he packs out crowds. And you know why? Because Tiffany's nowhere near it. So what does she do? She tries to shut his event down and pull the whole crowd to her own. Her plan? Straight hijack. Steal his shine, then pretend it was all her doing. And this next part? I was going to call it petty, but nah, it was just wild. The South Suburban Car Show literally got shut down because someone dropped massive concrete barricades at the entrance. No joke, giant blocks. The Park District says Tiffany did out of pure spite, and now they're even considering suing her. As they should. That's not leadership. That's sabotage. Bosley had been hosting that show at Needles Park for 8 straight years with 0 issues. This time, he did everything legit. Paid his $1,000 permit fee, locked in the space. And then out of nowhere, he gets a call from Tiffany's top aide. We all know what kind of shady convos were happening behind closed doors. And let's be real, it was giving Kamal energy all day. Probably hyping her up with nonsense like, if you combine your event with his, people will think they came for you. A normal leader would have gone to Bosley and said, your show is a hit every year. Why don't we team up? But Tiffany doesn't think like that. Car shows have their own culture, their own vibe, their own energy. People come for the cars, the music, the community. Tiffany's events, they flop. That's why she has to bribe people to show up, handing out flat-screen TVs just to fill the room. And honestly, I'd pull up too, for a free TV and a front row seat to the circus. Oh yeah. Tiffany tried to ride the coattails of someone successful and rebrand it as her own win. But here's the catch. Bosley got told that if he moved his event to her location on Greenwood, everything would be fine. Sound like a threat? That's because it was. And maybe she didn't set out to bully him, but that's exactly what it turned into. Tiffany out here playing mob boss. A hold on, at least in her head. In reality, she's probably hiding out in her parents' basement. Actually, where's Tiffany? What is Tiffany? Why is Tiffany? Saturday morning comes. Bosley shows up to park. And what's waiting for him? Huge concrete barricades. Not cones. Not tape. Full-on blocks. And to make it worse, Dolton police were right there, threatening to tow anyone who tried to park. What kind of turf war is this? Now the Park District, a whole separate entity, is clashing with the village. And for what? Because Tiffany couldn't handle a little competition. You already know she gave that order. Just picture it. Tiffany in the dead of night, pointing fingers, directing where those barricades go like she's building a wall around her ego. And you know she was running her mouth the entire time. Of course she was. That's her style, loud, messy, and reckless. Park District President Cleo Jones didn't sugarcoat it either. He came out and said it flat. Mayor Henyard has 0 authority over Park District land. He's convinced she sabotaged the car show because it was scheduled too close to her house music event. And honestly, he's probably right. She didn't want competition. She wanted to hijack the spotlight. The wild part? None of this had to happen. All Tiffany had to do was be cool. That's it. Show some decency. But instead of collaborating, she came in with intimidation. And that's her signature move. She doesn't ask. She doesn't work with people. She steamrolls them. She bullies her way to the front. Always has. Always will. That's been her strategy from day one. Intimidate to dominate. In her head, being the loudest and boldest means she's the strongest. But what it really does, it pushes people away. It turns allies into enemies. And when folks push back, she hide behind the same tired excuse. They're just mad because I'm black, young, and a woman. No, Tiffany, that's not it. Darren Bosley wasn't plotting against her. He was just trying to host his annual car show, something the community actually enjoys. And what did she do? Bulldoze it because she couldn't stand the idea of his event outshining hers. That's not leadership. That's sabotage. And pretending like she didn't know the date? Please. She planned hers for the same day on purpose. But here's where it gets grimy. She didn't even tell him. No conversation, no heads up, no respect. Just silence and a sneak attack. Then when he wouldn't play into her setup, she flipped and said, well, he could just move it to my event. Girl, why would he move his entire event under your roof when you clearly didn't want to have it at all? The logic is broken. The barricades, the intimidation, the sneak plays. This isn't petty anymore. This is next-level bullying. But that kind of game doesn't work anymore. People are paying attention now. Folks are smarter, sharper, and wide awake to the nonsense. Tiffany's old tricks aren't sliding under the radar no more. And let's not forget, this is the same Tiffany who dragged public employees and spent tax dollars just to travel to Springfield for a charity event in her own name. Fox 32 exposed that. Think about it. Our money, her glory, that's not service. That's clout chasing. Pure self-promotion. If I could sit her down, I'd tell her, get together, clean up the mess you made. Because right now, this isn't leadership, it's disaster. While real folks spend their own time and money to build events, Tiffany is sabotaging them for attention. And the saddest part? She doesn't even care. She couldn't fake it if she tried. The one time she did, she couldn't even look people in the eye. And here's the real heartbreak. She had it made. Tiffany was pulling close to $400,000 a year. Funneled another $100,000 to her boyfriend. Handed out cash to her cronies like it was monopoly money. All she had to do was not fumble. But she went full tyrant. And in doing that, she lost everything. Truth is, she never should have had that much power in the first place. Now, the village of Dolton? Silent. Her office? Silent. But the park district president? Not quiet at all. He's talking lawsuits against Tiffany in the village because she crossed serious lines. And honestly, he should. Tiffany has a record of this. Legal lines, ethical lines. She crosses them all, leaves a trail of lawsuits behind her like breadcrumbs. And you know what makes it worse? She doesn't even care. To her, it's not her getting sued, it's a village. Meanwhile, she's cashing checks and plotting her next move like none of it touches her. But here's the twist. She's not as slick as she thinks. The feds? They know exactly where she is. They've got the paperwork. They've got the timestamps. And most importantly, they've got time, so let her play pretend. Let her act like she slid out clean. Reality check. She didn't. Not even close. The walls are closing in. It's just a matter of when, not if. Anyway, y'all stay solid. Stay locked in. Because me? I'm out. For real this time. But Mama loves you. You already know. Peace.